Are you looking for ways to sell more books? You've got a captivating cover, an irresistible title, a compelling description, and even some rave reviews, but something's still missing. Well, stay tuned because I'm going to reveal a secret weapon that you just may have been overlooking. And what's the secret weapon? Well, it's your table of contents. That's right. Your table of contents can be the game changer to take your sales to the next level. So if you're ready to transform your dull, boring, run-of-the-mill table of contents into a captivating, curiosity-inducing list of topics, you're in the right place, because I'm going to show you how to harness the power of ChatGPT to create catchy, compelling chapter titles, subtitles, and subsection headings that will hook your potential reader and get them eager to hit that buy now button. But before we get started, once again, if you want to get the prompts that I use when I'm creating my nonfiction books, you can grab it for free from the link below this video. And also, if you want to take a deeper dive into nonfiction writing, you can check out my book, ChatGPT Nonfiction Writer's Companion Guide, also in the links below. In the links below are also all the tools that I use during the process of writing, editing, and publishing my books. Okay, so let's talk about table of contents. Now, this concept isn't new. I learned it through one of the many courses I've done on nonfiction writing. I'd love to give credit where it's due, but I can't remember exactly who taught me this piece of information, but it is a game changer because it can turn your table of contents basically into a sales letter, into a captivating sales letter to get people over the edge, to get people off, off the fence and to buy. Because what happens when you see a book and it's got a great cover, great title, great description, reviews, but you're still sitting here thinking, what's in it for me? Is there content in this book that can actually help me? Is it going to solve a specific problem that I've got? And so what I do, and what you probably do as well, is you open the book. Okay, so if you're in a bookstore, you'll flick it open and you'll have a skim through the table of contents just to see what is actually contained in the book. And also on Amazon, Kindle or paperback, you can have the look inside. And oftentimes it's that table of contents that will pull you into the book and get you off the fence and to the cash register to buy. So you've got to use your table of contents as a sales tool. And the way to do that is to transform your chapter titles, subtitles, and subheadings into basically sales copy to captivate and to raise curiosity and to go, well, that's interesting. I wonder what that's about. And that will drag them in. Okay, so that's the importance of this video. Why I'm saying, if your titles are boring and bland and just straightforward, people might just think the rest of the book is like that as well. So I'm going to jump over to my computer in a minute. I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to transform your table of contents into a sales letter. I'm saying, and this is a table of contents that ChatGPT itself has basically produced by way of the outline. And as I've said in previous videos, if you want to have catchy, compelling chapter titles. So when I'm asking for an outline, I'll always ask ChatGPT to create a detailed outline with catchy, compelling titles. But sometimes I get catchy, compelling titles. Sometimes I don't quite hit the mark. But generally speaking, subtitles and section headings and what follows in the outline isn't really compelling. It's very bland, very matter of fact. So we're going to take what ChatGPT gave us in the outline and we're going to transform it into something that is compelling and curiosity inducing. Okay, let's jump over to my computer. Okay, so this is the part of the table of contents I'm going to work on for this demonstration. As you can see, the chapter title wasn't too bad. This is what ChatGPT gave me as part of the outline generation. But as you can see, when we're coming down looking at the section titles, they're pretty straightforward. Like they explain what's going on, but there's nothing really exciting about them. And then when we look at the subtitles underneath them, then they're really like just very bland. Okay, so we want to spice this up. We want to make the book engaging to read, not only to buy but also to read. So we're going to obviously use these. We're going to change these titles up, and we're going to use them in our book as well. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into ChatGPT. Well, firstly, I'm going to copy this prompt. All right, so I'm going to copy that. I missed a letter, but that's okay. I'm going to jump across to ChatGPT. Okay, so normally I would do this in the same chat where the book has been written, because then obviously ChatGPT will have context, about the content of what's actually in the chapters, and we'll probably do a better job. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to create a new chat. I'm going to use ChatGPT 4. I'm going to paste in my prompt. I'm going to put the S here. So basically the prompt is simply suggest some catchy chapter titles and chapter subtitles for, and then the name of the chapter. I'm going to press enter and let ChatGPT do its work. And there we have it. It's come up with 5 suggestions for the actual title and then subtitles. You notice in my books, I'll have a title and then a subtitle to expand on the content of the chapter. Now, if you weren't happy with any of the titles and subtitles that ChatGPT has suggested, all you need to do is type in suggest more and it will keep on generating a list. But for the sake of this, we could say maybe this one here, wordsmithing. I like that as a title. And like you can take the chapter title from one suggestion and the subtitle from another, right? So we might take this one here, and then we might say here, breaking boundaries, overcoming writer's block. So we can choose, we can mix and match, or you can even sort of take the first part of one title and the second part of a different title. Okay, so, and that's always a good way to do things too, because then you will end up with something unique. So that's the chapter titles and subtitles done. But what about the actual subheadings inside the chapter? So we're going to come back to my notepad and I'm going to copy this in. Come back to ChatGPT, and this time I'm going to paste this prompt in. And so basically what this prompt is doing is I'm saying, make these chapter 5, initiating writing process, blah, 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 section headings more catchy and compelling. Keep them short and write them in title case, because I don't want to keep on going through and converting headings to title case. I'm going to tell ChatGPT to write them in title case. And I also want to keep them short. I don't want great big long sentences. I want short, punchy subheadings that raise curiosity or captivate the reader and make them want to read on. Okay, and then what I've done is that I've just pasted the outline or the existing table of contents in, and now we're going to hit enter or the run icon, and we'll let ChatGPT do its stuff. So that's been generated. So just for a comparison, I'm going to copy these over into another notepad and we can compare them side by side. Okay, so here we are side by side. And you can see now the headings. I'm just going to separate these out. Like so. Okay, so you can see now that the subheadings are now more catchy, they're more compelling, they sort of raise some curiosity, and that's what you want so that people keep on reading. So I hope you found that useful. Just look at those 2 prompts again. Let's come back to ChatGPT. So the first prompt was simply suggest some catchy chapter titles and chapter subtitles for, and then just paste in the chapter information out of the outline. And then once you've selected your new chapter title and subtitle, you can now come through and say, make these chapter, so just name the chapter section headings more catchy and compelling, keep them short, and write them in title case. Now, if I wasn't happy, if I still thought that these were a little bit long, and they are sort of verging on the long side, I could just say rewrite and make them shorter. And there you go. Really short and punchy now. Okay, so once again, we'll take this and we'll put that as a comparison side by side. I'm not going to worry too much about colors. You guys can sort of see, I'll just make the text bigger, of course. Okay, and now you can see side by side the difference. Much more compelling, punchy, and I'd put these in my book every day over these long, bland, factual points. So that's it. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, share it. Once again, if you want to get the free prompt guide, it's the prompts that I use to create my nonfiction books with ChatGPT. You can get that from the link below this video, along with links to the books that I've written with the assistance of ChatGPT, along with the tools I use in the process. And until next time, take care.